If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Same squad, same squad, same squad.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Detroit! Over!
Mayfield on first down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Returnable here from the 38. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Johnson on the counter. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
1st down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Mayfield on play action. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. The 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to it, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Over. Watch it now, Barney.
They go play action. Mayfield, he'll buy some time right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Jacobs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Room here to run. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit. Over, over. Over, over.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side, complete to Ross. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. In for the score. And the Browns add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And no pitch there and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action now. Jackson. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
No, Jack, Patriot! Leopard!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watch him now, Barney!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ross. A gain of 6 there on first.
Things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney!
From the gun, Mayfield. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Over, over! Over, over! Hot!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery, dumping it off for Johnson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Over, over! Over, over!
Play fake. Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Watching that, Barney! Barney!
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Now he's forced out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Detroit! Detroit!
Following the interception, Mayfield completing it to the right side. Johnson. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns continue to roll. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he powers his way up past the 30. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Play action. Now Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 2nd down, Collins. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Forced out to his left. Able to power through. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to... Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run with Chubb. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Second down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Gun! 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 Over!
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are pouring it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson being chased out left. They find some open field here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. That's complete. It's Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's got his man in the crossing route. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. On 2nd down, Jackson rolling to his left. Looking deep for Gabriel. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll run it with Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A first down throw for Mayfield.
Brandon, with a defense just...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Deion Jones in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
Here we go.
Jackson now, throwing on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Johnson running left. And some room to maneuver. Shifts past him at the 45. A big run there by Johnson. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun. 48 for Mike. I smell fear in that offense. Gun.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield steps away to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
from the gun. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Gun! All right, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Detroit!
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Dumping it off for Johnson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit! Over! Gun! Over!
Jackson from the shotgun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to... They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense, in overtime to put them in the red zone. That was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play,